Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the news. First, let us take a look at the headlines. Meghalaya BJP counters misinformation on VP G. Ramji, says schemes boost jobs and village development. Landowners protest coke factories in West Khasi Hills, announce mass rally to press for shutdown of factories in Maued. 5.1 magnitude earthquake jolts Assam's Morrigaon, tremor felt across northeast and neighboring areas. And Meghalaya's young warriors bound for South Korea as 8 Loreto girls chosen for elite taekwondo training abroad. The news in detail, and first the local news. BJP Meghalaya General Secretary Wankit Bokposhna on Monday dismissed claims that the VB G. Ramji scheme would reduce rural employment, calling them baseless. He clarified that the scheme increases guaranteed work days from 100 to 125 per household and provides financial support to all eligible households. Poshna added that VB G. Ramji also fosters long-term village development through projects like roads, irrigation channels and schools, empowering rural communities.
What is that the Act expands opportunities for our rural households by increasing the guaranteed employment not just only 100 days, but now to 125 days. So if you look at this, no rights is being taken away. In fact, on the contrary, they are being strengthened. So under the Viksit Bharat Gramji, every household will continue to enjoy the legal guarantee of work and unemployment allowance if work is not provided. What changes is the vision. Instead of a temporary relief, every day of labor now builds durable assets, roads, irrigation canals, schools, and even community infrastructure that will uplift the village for generations. So we can say that this will not only be an employment guarantee, but also an empowerment to our rural folks.
Traders and Labour Association met the Deputy Commissioner of West Khasi Hills, Garrett LSN Dykes, on Monday to protest the proposed operation of 2 coke factories in the Maued area. The factories include Nongrim Hills Coke Factory at Lamjau Village and Rambai Coke Factory at Myangkan Village. The association has demanded immediate intervention and announced a mass rally on January 9, 2025 at both sites to press for a shutdown.
Ngiwan bantu ia kecing jua khmat jong Deputy Commissioner jong West Khasi Hill ba untuk larlem ban un pensangai swa ha ka bedai bat katai kecing lake ha bedai kecing thmu ki jong katai atli ki factory kata ka Rambai Coke Factory kemudian hapo snong Myangkai bat ka Nongrim Hill kemudian hapo snong Lamjau ti nak yang jungi komision ngila donru kajing ya kren baki bakim dei pat bantang hari nak yang jungi kim kenya kata kim buram ya ke bana yang jungi pai ba jong kadong katai mo ngila ya kren baki ngila ya kren baki snong ru kumju hari nak yang kiyai la kiyai ka kam ti nak yang jungi meta kasi ngila wan disi bangi karpat ba mar bahaga khandai tarik jong mentai banai ngin hakapor khar arbaje ngin salai dau pai ba ngin salai ban khang ya kita atli ki factory nak benta bangimsya dalai bakin pli lan bakin thang ya tai ko kat bompat don ya ki syai hakmat jong pai ba jong kadong kathang mo ijongi borok kawai.
Dog lovers and residents of Shillong protested on Sunday against a Supreme Court order directing the removal of stray dogs from public places. Ahead of the January 7 hearing, protesters gathered at Kandaila demanding a stay on what they called mass removal and confinement of community dogs. They argued the order is impractical and inhumane. They urge authorities to adopt human, scientifically proven methods to manage stray dogs.
लोग बोल रहे हैं कि कुत्ते प्रॉब्लम है, मैं उसी को हाईलाइट करना चाह रही हूँ कि ऐसा सच नहीं है पूरी तरीके से। हम यहाँ पे आए हैं ये बताने के लिए कि ये कुत्तों की प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ये इंसान, ये ह्यूमंस की प्रॉब्लम है, और अगर कुत्ते हटा दिए जाएंगे तो हमारे लिए ये बड़ी प्रॉब्लम कैसे बन जाएगी।
We rescue critical cases, we sterilize, we vaccinate, and even we take critical cases at home which cannot survive outside. Maybe it's an abandonment case or a critical case, or maybe rescued from the dog meat trade, as it is quite random here. People, many often sell dogs, mostly the rag pickers who are druggists by nature. They sell dogs just to buy drugs for them. The puppies are sold, the fancy breed dogs are stolen from houses, and they are just sold just for what? For drugs.
The Nyautarap Youth Council Rambrai Circle collected and removed years-old rotting waste from Rambrai market today, with support from Lomlang Khasi Imle, president of HYC West Khasi Hills. The accumulated filth had affected public health and market cleanliness. After repeated complaints to this aim of Hima Rambrai, allegedly when unaddressed, HYC dumped the collected waste in front of this aim's office to highlight the public's hardship.
Berkunsian hakaba iyak yang hak tai ke cakah yor berai ngili osngau ke jingnam ke jingut na kaling pagba singi na kaliang jongka SPC ngimen se benlik ni yo siem da ka bengi kenduk markat batu rai ka ka ba na kaliang ke jong siem ngalong ba u ai dau yang ni ba don cakah ban ni ba don tere hakabede pat kani ngimen se ni labu ru da kajing thak ban ni ai ka dat lan yo siem ba hapo de ban le de ka ka bangi susi ka long ba sol pen ban yang ni kum pi sang ba la ba chem lap khat yang ni ban dia su thu na le ban dia kran halor kini kajing de halor kita ki jing skap men thi na kaliang siem ngim ban se ban pen ino ada kakak.
The Gatekeepers Meghalaya chapter has announced that the Meghalaya Revival and Healing Festival 2026 will be held from January 27 to January 30th, 2026 at Deng Jabini ground along NH30 opposite the Kurkalang Sports Complex at Bhoi Rimbong. Festival convener Crosslin Marbanyang said the 4-day festival is being organized as a public spiritual gathering with a focus on prayer, moral renewal, inner healing, peace building and the promotion of social harmony.
MEGHALAYA Revival Healing Festival 2026 that will be held at Deng Jabini ground, National Highway 30, opposite Kurkalang ground, Bhoi Rimbong, MEGHALAYA. And in this MEGHALAYA Revival Healing Festival, Pastor Apostle Ankit Sajwan and his wife Monica Sajwan and other men and women of God will be coming and ministering in these meetings that will be held from the 27th till the 30th of January 2026. And it is our pleasure to announce that this Revival Healing Festival is happening here in our beloved state Meghalaya after what we have witnessed, the mighty move of God at the Nagaland Revival Healing Festival that was held on December last year.
The Achik Cultural Club Killing organized a special cultural program in Killing Village, Rebhoi, to preserve and promote the traditions of the Christian Garo community from Killing to Yongkuli. The event featured competitions in traditional dance, singing, indigenous attire and other cultural activities. Cabinet Minister Sosthenes Sotun said such events are vital for preserving Garo customs, promoting cultural pride and fostering unity within the community.
We have seen that many people, different groups have come together to present different cultures and traditions. And it makes us all feel that we should be in line together to respect and preserve our cultural identity.
Moving on to the regional news. A moderate earthquake measuring 5.1 on the Richter scale struck Assam's Morrigaon district in the early hours of Monday, highlighting the region's continued seismic vulnerability and the need for preparedness. According to the National Center for Seismology, the tremor occurred at 4:17 a.m. on January 5th, with its epicenter located at latitude 26.37 degree north and longitude 92.29 degree east at a depth of 50 kilometers. The quake was felt across several parts of central Assam and in neighboring states, briefly alarming residents who were jolted awake by the shaking. Tension erupted in Manipur's Bishnupur district after 3 explosions from improvised explosive devices, IEDs, rocked the Saitan Nanugon area early Monday. The first 2 blasts occurred between 5:40 a.m. and 5:55 a.m., followed by a third around 8:30 a.m. 2 people were injured after approaching the site of the second blast. The incident took place at an abandoned house under CRPF jurisdiction. Security forces launched a search and sanitization operation to ensure no additional explosives were present, while investigations are underway to identify those responsible.
Even though we come across and we rushed into the spot and found that there was the place the bomb blast had happened, and after some time people tried to come out, and when we come out again on the way itself there was again 1 bomb blast. Two bomb blasts. How many bombs? There was early at the morning 2, and later on when we rushed into the spot and come out again, there was again another 2.
Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Monday launched the BJP's wall painting campaign ahead of the 2026 Assam Assembly elections. Sarma said the campaign will be completed within the stipulated time and highlighted the party's strong position in the state, claiming candidates for nearly half the assembly seats are ready. Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal also participated in the campaign in Dibrugarh, painting the party's lotus symbol with the slogan, "Vote for BJP for a developed Assam."
हमारे भारतीय जनता पार्टी असम प्रदेश के निर्देश के मुताबिक वॉल पेंटिंग का आज कार्यक्रम यहाँ हम लोगों ने लागू किया है, पालन किया है, और मैं और हमारे डिब्रूगढ़ की विधायक और हमारा असम सरकार की वरिष्ठ मंत्री प्रसन्ना फुकन दोनों ने और बाकी हमारे कार्यकर्ता, हमारे वार्ड कमिश्नर सभी का और मेयर, डिप्टी मेयर सबके साथ मिलकर.
Now for the national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the Somnath Temple's survival over the past 1,000 years reflects India's enduring civilizational spirit. Marking 1,000 years since the first attack in 1026, he highlighted the temple's restoration after independence led by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and inaugurated in 1951 by President Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Modi praised the courage of generations who protected India's culture and said Somnath continues to inspire hope, showing that faith and resilience endure despite past attacks. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh commissioned the Indian Coast Guard's first indigenously built pollution control vessel, Samudra Pratap, in Goa today. The vessel will support marine pollution control, maritime security, search and rescue operations, and protection of India's exclusive economic zone. Commissioning the vessel, Rajnath Singh said a clean and safe ocean is essential for secure trade, life and the environment, adding that platforms like Samudra Pratap strengthen maritime security. Built by Goa Shipyard Limited, the 114-meter hybrid ship reflects India's growing self-reliance under the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative.
And we remember the Honorable Raksha Mantri, Shri Rajnath Singh.
साथियों, हम सब जानते हैं कि समुद्र हमारी संस्कृति, समुद्र हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था और हमारे भविष्य का भी यह आधार है। एक सुरक्षित और स्वच्छ समुद्र ही सुरक्षित व्यापार, सुरक्षित जीवन और सुरक्षित पर्यावरण की गारंटी दे सकता है। ऐसे में समुद्र प्रताप जैसे प्लेटफॉर्म्स हमें यह कॉन्फिडेंस देते हैं कि भारत एक सुरक्षित और स्वच्छ समुद्र इंश्योर करने की अपनी मैरीटाइम रिस्पांसिबिलिटी को न सिर्फ समझता है बल्कि उन्हें निभाने के लिए भी पूरी तरह से तैयार है।
Now for the international news. US President Donald Trump has issued a fresh warning to India over its imports of Russian oil, saying Prime Minister Narendra Modi was aware of his displeasure. Speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One on Sunday, Trump said, PM Modi's a very good man. He knew I was not happy. It was important to make me happy. They do trade and we can raise tariffs on them very quickly. The warning comes amid US scrutiny of India's energy trade with Russia, even as New Delhi maintains that Russian oil is essential for domestic energy security.
There's something, the Russian economy is lousy. But what's really lousy is the Venezuelan economy. The Venezuelan economy is, I think, the worst economy I've ever seen. If you look at inflation, things are doubling every day. It's a disaster. We got to fix the country fast.
Thousands of government supporters took to the streets of Caracas in Venezuela on Sunday, demanding the return of President Nicolas Maduro, who was captured by the US on Saturday. Protesters, some carrying rifles and placards with Maduro's image, chanted slogans of loyalty and displayed figures depicting Maduro and his wife as superheroes. The US operation, described by President Trump as necessary to control Venezuela, was condemned by locals as a breach of national sovereignty. Maduro is currently held in a New York detention center, awaiting a court appearance on Monday over drug charges. The sports news. They may be young in age, but their determination, discipline and confidence speak volumes. In a moment of pride for Meghalaya, 8 girl students from Loreto Convent School, Shillong, have earned selection to the prestigious International Taekwondo Winter Camp in South Korea, putting the state firmly on the global martial arts map. Here is a detailed report.
From the hills of Meghalaya to the world's Taekwondo capital, 8 schoolgirls from Shillong are proving that courage, discipline and determination know no age. Out of the 15 students selected from across India, 8 are from Shillong, highlighting Meghalaya's growing strength in Taekwondo and the rise of empowered young female athletes ready to compete internationally. The high-intensity training camp will be held from January 8 to January 16, 2026 in Seoul and Jeju Island under the Jeju Taekwondo Association. During the camp, the students will train under international experts, sharpening advanced techniques while gaining exposure to global standards of the sport.
Right. This is a very good opportunity for our children, especially Loreto Convent schools and the other academy. Since the other academy, they could not participate due to they don't have the passports and all. But why we are taking to this camp, winter camp, since they have been practicing 1 to 2 years in the school. So if they go and they'll get the lots of opportunity and learn the advanced training, especially in the advanced level and elite level with the Korean children, Korean students, also other countries also representing at this winter camp.
In fact, there were no hurdles, there were no difficulties because the interest was from our daughter itself. She was the one who, in fact, introduced us to the idea of allowing her to join the Taekwondo classes. And I'm very grateful to the school, Loreto Convent, which has introduced these special classes after school 3 days a week. And we did not need to pressure her or anything. She wanted to go, so there were no hurdles as such. It was only the timing that we found was very convenient.
Taekwondo, a weaponless martial art rooted in discipline, self-control and resilience, has become a powerful tool of empowerment for these young girls, building confidence, mental strength and a competitive spirit at a crucial stage of life. As these young warriors prepare to train on the world stage, they carry with them not just personal dreams, but the hopes and pride of an entire state.
We're very excited, but then we're also nervous because we might make mistakes, but it's our first time flying an international by ourselves, but we'll try our best to get more experiences. We'll try our very best to get our medals. We'll aim for gold, always aim for gold, but we'll try our best always. I'm quite excited since this is my first trip for going abroad, but then I'm quite nervous also at the same time since I haven't got this kind of opportunity. But I will try my best, whatever I can. So I will try to get more experience, and from that I'll try to learn and apply these techniques which I learned in the competitions to earn medals.
I was practicing the wrong speed kicking, but then I still tried my best to do the other speed kicking which was there, and then I was not very confident that I will get a medal, but then I did.
From Shillong to South Korea, their journey has only just begun, and as they train among the world's best, these young girls are proving that the next generation of champions is already here. Bureau Report, DD News, Meghalaya.
The second Khelo India Beach Games have kicked off at Gokhla Beach in Diu, with over 2,100 athletes competing across 8 sports. Organized by the Union Territory of Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu, the Games will run from January 5th to 10th. Highlighting the significance of the event, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the Khelo India initiative is transforming sports at the grassroots level. Because of Khelo India, hundreds of young people have got the opportunity to move forward to the national level, Modi said.
और फंडिंग मैकेनिज्म तैयार कर रहे हैं और इसके साथ ही नौजवानों को शानदार एक्सपोजर देने के लिए भी काम कर रहे हैं। आपने गौर किया होगा, बीते दशक में कई शहरों में फीफा अंडर 17 विश्व कप, हॉकी विश्व कप, चेस से जुड़े बड़े इवेंट्स, ऐसे 20 से अधिक प्रमुख अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कार्यक्रम आयोजित किए हैं। 2030 के कॉमनवेल्थ गेम्स भी भारत में ही होने जा रहे हैं। भारत पूरी मजबूती से 2036 ओलंपिक की मेजबानी के लिए भी तैयारी कर रहा है।
And now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. The minimum temperature was recorded at 10 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 20 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 75%. Moving on to Shillong, the minimum temperature was 6 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 15 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 65%. Meanwhile, in Jawai, the minimum temperature was 6 degrees Celsius and the maximum temperature 15 degrees Celsius with relative humidity 65%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jawai says dry weather most likely to occur. And now, before we end the news, the headlines once again. Meghalaya BJP counters misinformation on VB G says scheme boosts jobs and village development. Landowners protest pork factories in West Khasi Hills, announce mass rally to press for shutdown of factories in Mau'e. 5.1 magnitude earthquake jolts Assam's Morrigaon, tremor felt across northeast and neighboring areas. And Meghalaya's young warriors bound for South Korea as 8 Loreto girls chosen for elite Taekwondo training abroad. Well, viewers, with that we have come to the end of the news. Thank you for watching and good night.